Police have arrested 86 people at Wormwood Scrubs prison. The Met said they were protesting in support of a Palestine Action prisoner on a hunger strike. Campaign group Prisoners for Palestine has accused the police of a wildly disproportionate response. Barry Caffrey sent this report from West London.
Police officers were called here to Wormwood Scrubs yesterday evening after protesters breached prison grounds. The protest was in support of 22-year-old Umar Khalid, who has been on hunger strike for the past 17 days. He is in custody awaiting trial for alleged offences relating to a break-in which took place at RAF Bryce Norton in Oxfordshire, which the group Palestine Action claimed to have carried out before it was banned by the government last year. He denies the charges. Police said the protesters blocked prison staff from entering and exiting the prison, threatened police officers, and some of the protesters managed to get into a staff entrance. Officers arrested 86 people on suspicion of aggravated trespass. A spokesperson for the Ministry of Justice said at no point was prison security compromised. They said while they support the right for people to peacefully protest, reports of trespass and threats being made against staff and police officers were deeply concerning. It called yesterday's action totally unacceptable. Barry Caffrey, BBC London, Wormwood Scrubs.
2 men trapped by the rising tide have been rescued from the Thames estuary. Kent Police released these pictures of the rescue on Wednesday in Southend. The men had walked onto sandbanks and got cut off, the water up to their necks when the marine unit reached them. Both were given medical treatment on the shore. London has the fastest growing backlog of court cases in all of England and Wales. Almost 20,000 cases are outstanding, according to figures given to Politics London. Helen Drew has been finding out how this is impacting people as they wait for their case to be heard.
Christina experienced sustained domestic abuse from her ex-partner over a period of 23 years, including repeated physical violence. A few years ago, he was sentenced to weeks in prison for assaulting her son. He later returned to prison again. The court cases spanned nearly a decade, the longest taking a year to be heard.
In that 12 months, you cannot focus on your life. This takes over your life, especially when it involves children as well. It makes you feel worthless. The toll on your mental health is exhausting, it's exasperating, it drains you from living any quality of life.
The Women's Trust is a charity that provides specialist mental health support for women affected by domestic abuse. They see a lot of problems relating to the court's backlog.
You have some women not going through with it because of how they're being treated through the courts, but also because it just takes this long time, and then the perpetrator wins.
Figures given to us by the Criminal Bar Association show nearly 19,000 cases are outstanding in London, with the backlog rising by 24% in the 12 months to September 2025, faster than anywhere else in England and Wales. The Courts Minister is the MP for Finchley and Golders Green.
We've committed £450 million to our courts. We've increased legal aid for criminal solicitors. We're creating pathways to create more posts for barristers. We've put on the table £34 million for advocates. But as you say, that is going to take time to filter through, to rebuild that workforce. And that is why we asked Sir Brian Leveson to come up with a blueprint for court reform to bring down the backlog.
The Criminal Bar Association told us that the backlog situation had been improving in London. But since Labour came to power, the backlog has started increasing again, blaming factors including caps to sitting days and a decision to use London's courts for cases from elsewhere. Helen Drew, BBC London.
86 people have been arrested for trespassing after breaching prison grounds in West London while protesting in support of a Palestine Action prisoner on hunger strike. The Met Police said the group refused to leave Wormwood Scrubs when ordered to do so. The force also claims the campaigners blocked prison staff from entering and leaving and threatened officers. In the age of AI, digital and content creating, the traditional work life isn't what it used to be. And that's why young entrepreneurs gathered in Kensington today to learn how to optimise technology. The event hopes to help the next generation build meaningful, flexible careers, not just jobs. Graham Stothard went along.
Under the gaze of polar explorer Ernest Shackleton and other historic trailblazers, a new generation of pathfinders. Hundreds of young entrepreneurs packed the Royal Geographical Society in Kensington earlier, learning to find their way in an increasingly digital world.
Right now we're thinking about what I want to study, what career I want to go into.
I'm here today to learn more about AI, how AI impacts my future.
I'm really looking forward to connecting with other people, especially other young girls. I think events like this can often be male, pale and stale, and I'm really looking forward to changing that.
For myself, I am a big yapper. I love a conversation.
This careers fair claims to be the first of its kind, helping young Londoners forge career paths through non-traditional routes.
There's so much change. The world of work is moving so quickly with the implementation of AI, and we really want to tell young people that there is opportunity out there. It's not all doom and gloom.
There were workshops and talks from entrepreneurs already making a name for themselves.
A lot of people used to live and die by the same job they started at, and unfortunately, these careers can't give you the same security you had. So what I would say today is keep an open mind, look at different problems you have around you and think maybe I could start a business out of that.
I was never one of those people that dreamed of being a founder. I just saw a problem and wanted to solve that problem, and the best way to solve that problem is technology.
I'm from working class Scotland. I didn't know what the term entrepreneur was. I didn't know anyone that owned their own business. And I actually used to be a DJ, so I'm here to tell them that careers sometimes, most of the time, aren't linear, and sometimes they're not planned.
The young people here are still learning today, but will become the problem solvers of tomorrow. Graham Stothard, ITV News.
A father with plans to raise money for 2 London charities has begun his mission to walk more than 100 kilometres to St Thomas's Hospital. Lewis Gill is fundraising for the Demelza Children's Hospice and Ronald McDonald House after using the facilities when his daughter Poppy was ill and receiving end-of-life care. The 28-year-old says he wants to help others get the care and support he did.
I decided to walk from the Conquest Hospital where Poppy was born to St Thomas's to sort of reflect the journey she made in order to raise funds for Ronald McDonald and Demelza, because it's just my way of saying thank you, my way of giving back.